Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 27. He that hath knowledge spareth his words, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. Shalom, YASHARAHLA. Peace, Israel. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor, which is definitely due unto our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone that teach well, rule well, being great examples to his younger brothers. Peace, blessing, love, health, and wellness to the hopeful elect, the house of David, that is scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. In the name of YAHAWASHI, BARAK to all of you AHTHAM that's out there that's pushing this word with all truth and full sincerity. BARAK to the YAHAWAH that's out there, the few sisters that's listening and learning in. YAHAWAH being who the world ignorantly calls God, which means he to be or he exists. YAHAWASHI being who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which means he delivers or the Messiah. This is your brother, Chasai Gadol, from the prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida, coming at you with a quick hit through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. Hoping to feed the lambs of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Straight to the point, let's get to the lesson. All right, so today we're going to be going into, all right, having a understandable spirit. All right, it's going to be a quick hit, straight to the point. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 27, and it says, he that have knowledge spareth his words, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. All right, because if you're knowledgeable on certain things, like the book of Proverbs, what is that, Proverbs 15:1? Let's grab it real quick, just for the edification's sake. Proverbs 15:1, it says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. And when you go back to 17 and 27, it says, he that have knowledge spareth his words, right? So if you're knowledgeable, all right, and you already have the spirit flowing in you, which would be the RAWCHAA QADASH in Paleo Hebrew, all right, you're going to be very limited with your words, man. All right, Jake usually always want to portray themselves as what? Quote, quote, real niggas. Exactly. Why? Because they doing nigga shit, okay? They're doing nigga shit. And that will go into a man with he's not knowledgeable, all right? Because the scripture also says, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit, right? Because when you understand the will of YAHAWASHI, you're in a great spirit because you're constantly building yourself up through the spirit, all right, to do the will and the works of YAHAWASHI, especially as a man of the Lord, especially as an Israelite man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right? Because you have to understand something, being built up in the spirit, all right? Being built up in the spirit is going to get you further than just being built up in this worldly attitude, all right? This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 8, and it says, for to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, right, man? By the same Spirit, for to one is given. Salakia, let's read that from the top again. 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 8. It says, for to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, right? Because when you're praying to YAHAWASHI, if you feel like you're lacking wisdom, you're going to pray to YAHAWASHI for that wisdom, all right? And the Lord is going to do what? He's going to put the Spirit on you, and he's going to work with you on what you ask for, all right? That's why the scriptures say pray without ceasing, all right? You're not going to take your time out. All right, well, I don't have the wisdom right now, so I just constantly read, and hopefully the Spirit will catch itself. Nah, man, you got to pray to YAHAWASHI because then the Lord is going to deal with you through the Spirit on another level. Because as you continue to read, it says, to another, the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, all right? By the word of knowledge by the same Spirit. So if the Lord is not dealing with you on a spiritual level, you're not going to gain that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So how could you be understanding of the Spirit, all right? How could you be knowledgeable in the Spirit? You can't, all right? There's another precept we're going to bring out. We're going to end it on that one. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 7, and it reads, for the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice. Right, man? The Spirit of the Lord filleth the whole world. Exactly. All right. How is that? Because his word is constantly being pushed out, man. All right. You got people, you got Jake all over the world, man. Speckled birds as well, all over the world doing what? They're waking up and understanding that they're so-called Israelite. Or well, Salakia, that they're Israelite, a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian. All right, so Jake is waking up all around the world. Why? Because the spirit flows. All right, the Lord say, I will I will pour my spirit out unto thee. All right. Salakia. Loosely paraphrasing that scripture, all right, and it says, which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice, right? Because it says, my sheep hear my voice, all right? My sheep hear my voice, meaning who? The ones who are chosen, the ones who are called. Why? Because YAHAWASHI said, I have chose you, you did not choose me. So if you come across a prophet, all right, or come across the brothers on the highways and hedges, or even if you're listening in to the lessons, all right, when a brother is breaking down precepts, the spirit will flow with you, all right, you will understand it. If the brother bring out a precept and have a great metaphor and a breakdown, the proper breakdown, all right, the spirit is going to be dealing with you to help you understand that breakdown, so that then you can go out and either do what? Teach it or apply it to your everyday life. Because once again, when we go back to the first precept that we brought out, all right, in the book of Proverbs, and then we'll end it on that. When we brought out that scripture in the book of Salakia, I went to Corinthians, in the book of Proverbs, all right, it says what? Bear with me. Proverbs 17:27 says, he that hath knowledge spareth his words, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. Exactly, man. So if you have a clear understanding of what it is that you are supposed to be doing as a man of the Lord, serving YAHAWASHI, you're going to have an excellent spirit. Why? Because you're going to constantly feed the spirit. You're not going to feed your flesh. All right? Because remember, scripture says that the spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. All right? Flesh always goes after what it wants. The spirit is always going to go after what it needs. And we all need wisdom, knowledge, and understanding so that we can endure unto the end. All right, so that we can get through these small afflictions. All right, because scriptures say that our affliction is but for a moment. All right, if it's only for a moment, then we the whole time that we are going through this affliction, we should be building ourselves up in spirit, so that what we can do what. And a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit, right, man? If you have understanding, if you have wisdom, because what scripture say in Isaiah 33:6, it says, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Right, man? If you are built up in the spirit, all right, you're gonna have that wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the scriptures. All right. So hopefully this video was edifying to you. If it was edifying to you, then be edifying unto the elect that scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. In the name of YAHAWASHI. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, honor to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honor to our elders and our apostles, a great millstone that teach well, rule well, being great examples to us younger brothers. Peace, blessing, love, health, and wellness to the hopeful light, the house of David that scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. In the name of YAHAWASHI. Shalom.